Big Poppy's in the house. Hey, I'm really excited about to share this with you. I built this for 223s, 308s, 30-06, and you know, a lot of times when you're trying to decap your primers, a couple things are going to happen, especially with NATO rounds. You're either going to break the pin off, you're going to bend the pin over. The next thing, if you're lucky, the pin will actually come out the top of the die, and then you got to untighten it and push it back down and tighten it up again. And in a lot of cases, you still can't get the primers out. And here's some examples. I tried decapping these in my regular press, and you'll see that I was able to bulge them out, but it still never pushed the primer out. And here's a couple other examples as well. So I got 3 of them. So instead of bending all my decapping pins, I came up with this. It's pretty neat. If you want to go through your brass pretty quick, pop the primers out, put them in your cleaner. This is a real good way to do it. The downside is you got to come back and still resize them with the regular decapping pin to make sure that you get the mouse back to the correct dimensions that it needs to be. This device took me a little bit to build. It's the plate on it's 3/8 inches thick. I tapped and drilled little feet on the bottom of them. There's 4 of them. I've got a main shaft in the middle, which is 5/8, and I've got an 1.5 inch bar coming across the top with a hole in the middle drilled. I've got a handle that comes across on the top, and it's got a little hole on the top, and I'll try to get you guys some close-ups. So anyway, you can take it and go over real slow if you want, but I think what's a little bit easier if I just give it a little bit of a tap, it actually helps. The other thing too is if you bend the decapping pin here, I can unscrew it underneath and put a brand new pin in, and I can show you what those pins look like. You can buy them in. The pins are, for this is a 09812. It's made by RCBS, and you can also buy the pins from them, and you can buy 50 to a bag. So I'm going to show you, and what you want to do is you want to take your brass and put it on there, and you'll see that it's dead center in the middle of your case here. And then you take this, bring it over the top, give it a little tap, goes down, and your primer is removed. Okay, so let me bring this a close up and I'll show you guys how it works a little bit. You guys don't need to see me talking. Bear with me just for a minute. Okay. Alright, so just take your brass, put it in the center, give it a pop it up. These are all NATO rounds. Put it down, pop it up, bend it over, pop it up. Now if I do bend the primer pin, no big deal. I don't have to pay $12 for another one. I can just replace the pin itself. Now some of these are pretty hard, and other ones that come out pretty easy, but every one of these are NATO rounds. And you could just take it like this and push if you you wanted to. But since these things are in there, it does take a little bit of a... And you do get, the unfortunate thing about it is you get the primers all over the freaking place. See how some of them don't want to come out? Just think of your press. And how many times you'd be sitting there either coming out of the top and you got to readjust it, or you bend the pin. And some of you might be able to take this design and modify it and make it better. Take that one that was bulged out. I mean, I put some muscle behind that baby, and the pin would only keep coming out of the top. So let's see. Here's another one was. And this will probably be the first one. I just can't get that to go in at all. Okay. I only get 15 minutes on my video, so if you guys want more specs on it and how to build it, let me know. If you want to see me actually physically take the pin off and replace it, let me know. Be more than happy to do a part 2. When you get brass, one fired brass, you only got to go through this exercise one time, and then squeeze your primer pockets and you're good to go forward. Unfortunately, I got 2,000 rounds of brass 7.62 NATO rounds. See, that's a 30-06 there mixed in. Steven, the next video will be letting you know where to buy all the parts in that for the primer alarm and the primer feed system. I've got it over here. I just got to finish one more thing on it, and I'll be ready to do a video and get that out to you. Just in case you're wondering, when this goes all the way down, it's not bottoming out on the brass. Pretty quick, goes through, a little messy, primers all over the place. Again, eliminates the pin being broken off, the pin being bent over. Let me try my luck of taking it off here and get a little bit closer. So you guys can see it. And I'm not very good with the camera, so bear with me please. So there it is, platform, 3/8, feed on the bottom of it, tapped and died into the bottom, RBS decapping pin where you can take it off and change it out, 1.5 inch stock going across, drilled for the 5/8 shaft with a 5/8 hole, shaft comes at the top. You're going to shave down on both sides of the handle, put a screw, it's a cap screw through it. You're going to drill a hole here, and that actually goes and allows for the brass primer to pop out the top. On the back side, it's got a set screw here. I tapped it, drilled it into the shaft, keeps it in place. Excuse me. On the back of it, you'll notice that I did the same thing here. And what I'm probably going to do is take this out and weld it from the underneath side, since I got the adjustment exactly where I want it. I'm going to be coming out with another one that I'm going to call a junior, but it's going to be a little bit smaller. So I'll make some changes there. I took one side and anchored it down to the bench here. So that's pretty well my new little toy. Probably going to take some lacquer thinner, wipe it down real good, and put some primer and powder coat it black. And again, for what you guys seen on the video, we did all those brass cases tonight. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you like my channel, please subscribe. And good shooting, and thank you.